All right, Hoops, run us through the proceedings last night with Jack Wighton at the judiciary.
Yeah, the Bunnies went in super confident that they absolutely had a case, that it wasn't a shoulder charge. I've got to say, watching the replay repeatedly and in slow motion and over, I did start to think that it might have been a little bit of wishful thinking. It got a little bit different gravy when the NRL prosecutor put a little bit of heat on Jack Wighton about why he was just letting his lawyer answer all the questions and why he didn't personally want to be cross-interrogated by the NRL. But Judiciary Chairman Jeff Bellew, he took umbrage at that. He really disliked it, and he actually advised the panel. He said, listen, forget all of that. That absolutely holds no sway in terms of what decision you're going to come to. But then we figured out that last time, or one of the last times Jack was at the judiciary was when he'd been charged with biting, and he was cross-interrogated by the NRL counsel at that time, and he asked him, how many games did you play of NRL? So there might have been a little bit of background.
It probably doesn't go in your favour.
That's the normal question me and Jimmy get.
Yeah. You do.
When we write a story.
It's a pet hate, isn't it, for the journos too?
Yeah, of course it is, mate.
I was going to say something. But anyway, the spoon possibly looms for the Bunnies. What's gone wrong? Well, you know, we know they've had heaps of injuries, but we didn't quite think they'd get the spoon, right? And no I'm not saying they will, but they're a chance.
The way they fought against Cronulla on Saturday night, I don't think they will get the spoon breath. It's going to come down to round 23. They play the Gold Coast Titans. They're fortuitous in that they still have one bye to come, the Bunnies, so there's an additional set of points there. I don't think Wayne Bennett's never had a spoon in his tenure coaching in the NRL or prior to that, the New South Wales Rugby League Premiership. He won't want it. He'll come and he'll hunt you down and try and clip you around the melon with it.
No, but you know what? It's going to be a coaching effort. Like, and we know they got injuries, but where they were last year, no South fan would have believed that they'd be in this situation.
Yeah, no.
Boys, you?
No. No, but no one knew they'd have that many injuries.
15th last year.
You know what?
But like when Wayne comes to the club and Latrell comes back and how fit they were looking at the beginning of the year, you don't ever envisage that.
Let me say this. We hear so much about those players loving the fact that they're being able to be coached by Wayne Bennett. And certainly some of the younger players just can't believe that they are having this opportunity to be coached by a super coach. I just wonder, and you boys have been in the dressing room over your career, now that it's on the line and Wayne's never picked up the wooden spoon, do these players start to talk to each other about, hang on a sec, we've got to do this for the coach? Like, we have to protect that. Like, that is an unbelievable statistic.
If you're not trying to avoid this,
every coach is in the same.
Well, I get that.
So every
it's
player
embarrassing.
and coach, every dressing room's in the same situation. No one wants it. Like, I remember when Brisbane got there first, and I think fans went and threw like 300 or 400 spoons on their training field, right?
Yeah, poor Springer had to go around and pick them all
Matty
up.
Middleton. So like it's sad. So no player would have. You didn't get one, did you?
I think I did at one point. Luckily, I got a bad memory, but I'm pretty sure I did it. I'm pretty sure I did the Roosters.
Not good.
All right, Wayne Bennett has spoken to Courier Mail's Peter Bedell. Let's take a look at what he had to say. If Gordy can just move back a little bit. It's not going to work for us if we're having crisis meetings every freaking day and carrying on about where we are in the competition. I won the wooden spoon coaching in the Brisbane League, so this doesn't worry me in the least. The team is here. If we get our best team on the field next year, we can do something. So he still remains very optimistic. He said he's had the spoon before. There you go.
Must have been our brothers. Must have been early days. No. Our brothers wouldn't have been at South.
Can the current roster that he's got, everyone on the field, can they fight for a premiership next year?
No.
No?
No. Need to make... And this is my concern. Unless there's a huge domino effect come this November 1, once the Perth Bears start to get active, there's no big apples to be picked as far as what the Bunnies need, and I think in the forward pack, an enforcer up front, and the player market just won't open up enough next year for the Bunnies, and it might have to be another two seasons away.
What do you think they're missing, Hoops? Are you on the same page here? Or?
To be brutally honest, their recruitment's been diabolical, and you can go all the way back to the decision when they did let Adam Reynolds go. To Dave's point, they haven't had an enforcer probably since Sam Burgess retired, and then Tom and George were moved on from the club. and the Lewis Dodd experiment, unfortunately, it hasn't worked. So their biggest issue over the summer will be that they've got to move Dodd somehow, pay as minimal as possible, and whatever they've got left over in change out of the 700 that he's on, well, they've got to go to the market and they've got to try and get some front rowers.
Gordy, what do you think they're missing?
Well, they're players that won, but they're very light on in the middle of the ruck, you know. And then you guys just mentioned it, like forwards win matches. Like you look at the Raiders where they're at with Tarpany and Josh Papali'i, I think a 1-2 punch is critical in this day and age.
Time now for Ain't As Good As I Once Was, and after Jack Wighton's incident last night and the judiciary, we're going to talk about shoulder charges and how good they were back in the day.
Bring them back. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
They were great. Bring them back.
Benny.
Bring him back, State of Origin. No licence.
Ian Roberts, or is he your
Ian
favourite?
Roberts was probably one of the toughest blokes.
I thought you were going to say Brad Izzard.
Yeah, that was a crack. I didn't believe that one. But Ian Roberts, mate, what a man. Mate, he was my roomie in State of Origin 94. And, mate, the physique on that bloke, he had muscle on muscle. And I see him not a couple of weeks ago, strong as, mate. Jeez, he was tough.
I sat on the hill this game. He got two in a row.
You would have heard it.
Mate, I was 19. I went and watched Manly play Canberra. Yeah. And Ian Roberts, what a beast of a player.
Played a night game at North Sydney Oval against Manly, and the second biggest tackle that year was Ian.
Look at that. Give it to him.
Was Ian Roberts on?
Potsy, was that Potsy?
The second biggest tackle that year was Ian Roberts on me.
On you?
Absolutely slaughtered me. I was horizontal to the ground.
Wow. Yeah. Who's yours, Billy?
Chrissy Sandow.
Oh, little Chrissy.
Little men against big men. There was nothing better. He was one of the greatest exponents of it.
Hey!
That's KD.
I was in that game.
Yeah,
well, there you are too. Probably would have been.
Hey!
He had no fear.
What is wrong with that? Why can't they bring that back?
Don't go there.
I'm a big advocate for bringing them back.
Gordy, who's yours, mate?
Oh, mate, do you know what? Sammy Burgess. So when he first came over from England, mate, the shots that he could pull off were unbelievable. I think that was Luke O'Donnell's brother there too. But, mate, he's had a great shot in him, Big Sam.
You talk about great physiques. He had a ripping physique, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a beast too.
Jeez.
Mine was SBW. He burst onto the scene with us, 2004. This was Joel Clinton. Watch this, boom. He just had this technique it was all shoulder, you know, but he was so good at it. He was the best at it. He was probably one of the reasons they got it out of the game, because he was that good.
It's all about timing, isn't it, the shoulder charge, because your strike zone's so much smaller. He was one of the best.
Do you reckon if they did a waiver, you could bring back the shoulder charge in State of Origin football? To make it just a little bit different to the NRL rules? Yeah. Just once.
Very creative, and I think everyone would sign the petition, but I don't think the NRL would allow it.
Why not?
It's all about the head knocks. It's all about the concussions.
That's what the crowd want to see.
Before we go, Billy, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, to Johnny Mays' family. I had the pleasure of being coached by Johnny Mays and hung around him. One of the greatest humans you'd ever meet. One of the greatest people around the game. So to Johnny Mays' family, I want to sort of say condolences.
Good on you, Billy. Well said. Thank you, legends.